Imagine visiting a historical house. You take a picture because it's so beautiful, and suddenly there's someone behind you that you hadn't expected. Or how about looking up at an empty house and seeing a figure inside looking back at you? If the thought of that freaks you out like it does me, then let's hold hands before we walk into the Allen house, because this is exactly the type of thing that's going on in what allegedly is the most haunted house in America. If you're into ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, time slips, conspiracy theories, anything that makes you say, wait, what? Go ahead and push that subscribe button, and while you're at it, comment below and let me know what's the most haunted house in your state. There is a lot of houses in the United States claiming to be the most haunted house in America, so I decided to deep dive into most of them to really see which house is truly the most haunted. I'm going by alphabetical order, and the one that really caught my eye first is the Allen house in Arkansas. Before we even get to the hauntings, can we just admire how gorgeous this house is? Not everyone is into this style, I totally get it, but I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it during the day, and at night, I absolutely hate it. But also there's a part of me that wants to spend the night there. Is there anyone else like this? A brave chicken shit? Am I the only one? The Allen House is located in Monticello, Arkansas, and was built in 1906 by J.E. Allen. The current owners are Mark and Rebecca Spencer, who bought the house in 2007, and they began to experience paranormal activity right from the very beginning. So the hauntings is said to be of a woman named Liddell Allen. She was born in 1894. She was the daughter of J.E. Allen, the man who built the house. She was married when she was 20 to Randolph Bonner. They had a child, but unfortunately the marriage ended in 1927. She found herself alone with her son and remained living at home. And then in 1945, her son died of pneumonia at the age of 28. A few years later, she injected mercury cyanide in 1948. And it happened during Christmas Eve, of all times. And after she had dinner with her parents, she went upstairs and she mixed some of the mercury cyanide with punch. And for years, no one knew why she took her own life. Her mom was so distraught that she kept Liddell's room completely closed for 40 years until she passed on. It wasn't until they started doing renovations that the hauntings began. And then when the new owners moved in, Mark and Rebecca Spencer, Mark says he felt pulled to go into the attic. Really quickly, sidebar, if I ever feel pulled to go into any place dark and remote and possibly haunted, please just sit me down, get me some ice cream, slap me across the face until I snap out of it, okay? Nobody did that to Mark, but thank goodness Mark was braver than me. Mark felt the pull, went up there, and discovered 82 letters under a floorboard. And it held a pretty good reason, finally, as to why Liddell might have killed herself. In the letters, it revealed that Liddell was having an affair with a married man. In the letters, Liddell had rekindled an affair that she had had with her first love, Prentice Savage. So, really quickly, how badass is that name? Savage. Prentice Savage. Anyways, he wasn't as badass as his name sounded. The love letters started in 1948, but again, Prentice was married. He did promise Liddell that he would leave his wife, but actually he ended up staying. And one of the main reasons was that his wife was well off and he didn't want to divorce her money. So they really believed this is why Liddell had killed herself. But let's get to the scary part. Again, when the building was turned into cheaper apartments, tenants started to see Liddell for themselves. A doctor who lived in the house was, of course, super skeptical, thought the ghost stories were just kind of like whatever. However, when pictures he took of the building were developed, he could see Liddell in a mirror in one of the photos. Another couple who lived in the building claimed to have seen Liddell's ghost inside the closet. After trying to close the door shut, they heard someone giggling. Dude, no. It's time to go to like a Best Western or even a Motel 6. At that point, I'm willing to risk bedbugs. Okay, maybe not. I'll totally deal with a ghost giggling over bedbugs. Anyways, another experience was at one point there was a retail shop on the very first floor of the house. And every night when the storekeeper would lock the door, he would come back in the morning and he would find things missing. Other people who lived in the house have heard crying, footsteps on the upstairs floor, crying in the empty rooms. Oh my God, Liddell, get over it. You need to do like a Ouija board therapy for Liddell. What is that called? a Ouija board girls chat session. I don't know, she needs it. At times, police have even been called to the home because they thought there were intruders, because people thought for sure there was somebody in the house when supposedly it was empty. But when the police went in, every time no one else was there when they checked the house. People say it's not just Liddell haunting this house, it's multiple spirits, including her son who had died of pneumonia, Alan Bonner, her mother and her father, and other unidentified phantoms. You guys, this house is available for a private tour. They accept, I believe, 9 people for $90. No, 6 people for $90. I'm totally down. Who wants to do a road trip to see the Liddell house? Raise your hand. Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm going to continue this series of the most haunted houses in America, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notifications button and comment below. Tell me what you think. Have you been to the Liddell house? Is there a haunted house in your place? Is your house haunted?